Hello, bonjour. My name is Joany, and I want to welcome you to the Belly Dance for Complete Beginner series. Today, we're going to focus on the circles that is the vertical, also the sagittal going forward and back. Circles is the movement that really taps you into your feminine side, and it gets you close to your Mother Earth, meaning the Earth is round. So when you start doing circles like this, you just get connected more into that energy. Now I want you to grab something comfortable and come and dance with me. All right, let's start with the breath. I'm gonna breathe in first. Expand your heart, expand your chest. And then release. So when you release, release from the belly. Expand from here. And breathe out. Notice when you expand, your chest lifts up naturally, and then breathe out from the belly. We're gonna bring our arms all the way up. Breathe in. Expand. And then when you breathe out, release the arms on your wings, on the shoulder blades. Now you're going to keep this nice and lifted and bring your arms down. And hold yourself here. Now I'm going to try to find the center balance. Where is that? It's on your arch of your feet. So we're going to put our upper body, all our weight on the strongest point of your feet. Okay, now hold yourself there. Good. Okay, we're going to go into our slides. If you haven't done the slides before, go to the previous videos and review it, please, because you're going to need the slides in every circle that you do. Okay, so we're going to slide to the right, to the left, to the right. So follow the doom rhythm. So it's like doom, tack, tack, doom. So this is your maximum. It's a beautiful maximum rhythm. Follow the dooms where you're going side to side. Make the movement small. If you start having any tension to the lower back, you're making the movement too big. So make the slides comfortably, and then as your body warms up, you're going to gain that flexibility, and you're going to gain much more range of motion. Keep going. Okay, now we're going to bend both knees down and straighten. So a nice plie, and straighten the legs. When you straighten the legs, you're not locking the leg back. It's bend, but keep yourself again on the arc, the weight on the arcs of your feet. Now we're ready to combine the slide and the bending of the knee, and that's going to be a vertical circle in your lower body. You ready? Slide. Slide to the right, softly bend the knee, cross over to the left, and bring it back to center. Right, down, cross over, left, down. So I'm taking my time. I want you to follow the doom. Right, down, now we're going to switch over to the left. Now we're going to go a little bit faster. So now I want you to do a doom all the way going down, and then second doom up. You ready? One, two. Now switch over to the left. Good. Now we're going to go into our upper. So we're going to work on the rib cage. And remember when you were doing the breathing? So let's breathe. You breath, big breath from the chest. And as you breathe, you're going to lift naturally. And as you breathe out, your chest drops naturally. So that's kind of your lift and drop. Okay? So you go lift and relax and drop. Lift and drop. Now breathe in. Breathe in. Hold and relax. Breathe out. Again, breathe in. Hold and relax and breathe out. So let's add the slide. So we're going to go slide to slide. Slide to slide, right to left. You could bring your hands here for isolation. Right, center, left. Cross over to the right, to the left. All right. Again, we all have different range of motion. If this is tight and you're making it small, that's fine. I want you to keep practicing the slides video, and it's going to help you to increase your range, open up your heart chakra. Now let's add the lift and drop, and that's going to be your vertical circle in your chest. So we're going to go breathe in. As you breathe out, slide to the right, and then drop. Slide, breathe in, slide, breathe out, breathe in as you slide to the left all the way up, and release. So slide, relax, slide, lift, slide, relax, slide, lift, slide, relax, slide, lift. Now, eventually you breathe in, you don't have to worry about it, but the breathing helps you to kind of expand and lift, and then relax. Expand and lift, and then relax. I'm going to go and switch the other side. Breathe in, lift, relax, go to the left, to the right, and breathe in, and relax. Lift, slide, drop, slide, lift. Now, this takes a lot of practice when it comes to the upper body, because we are very limited with range of motion, because we do not move our body this way. We don't walk and start working our chest. We don't do that. So it's going to take a while. If you have a hard time, that is normal. It'll take practice, and that's why you're here. Okay, so we're going to go from the shoulder now. From the chest to the shoulder. So we're going to start doing those lift and drop like we did with the chest. So when you breathe in, then breathe out, let it go. So breathe in and bring your shoulders up to the ear, and breathe out. Okay? So now just the movement, you don't have to do the breathing. Just lift all the way up and then release. And lift all the way up and release. And lift and release. Lift and release. Now let's bring your shoulders forward. Kind of bring it in, squeeze forward, squeeze your chest, and then bring it all the way, and open up the chest, all the way back. Hug all the way in, and then open. Shoulders forward all the way, and then open. Shoulders forward, center, cross back, forward. Such a good movement. It releases all the tension to your shoulders, de-stress. Now we're going to combine this. Let's go forward, and then bring the ear up to the ears. Bring the ears and back down. I'm too relaxed. So forward, lift up to the ears, and all the way back and drop. Forward. Lift up to the ears, back, release everything, and relax. Forward, up, and back, drop. So this is more of a sagittal circle. Okay, you're doing shoulder rolls forward, up, but it's in a sagittal plane. Go forward, up, back, down. Okay, I want you just kind of stretch the neck. I'm going to just release tension if you have tension to the neck. Mostly when you're doing shoulders, you are engaging muscles here. So let's just relax and bring our ear to our right. Relax your jaw, release all tension. So you really are stretching the left side right here. So now what you bring your neck down, take your time, look down. And then all the way chin down, breathe behind your neck, just relax right here. Oh, let it go, let it go. And then slowly bring it all the way. And then just go to your left side. Now you're stretching the right side. I want you to just breathe into that area, expand and stretch it out and breathe out. I'm going to look down, hold that stretch. Slowly bring it all the way down, breathe behind your neck, relax. And then we're going to bring it back up nice and slow. Good. We're going to alternate the shoulder rolls. So we're going to start with just the right. So you're going to go forward, up, back, down. Shoulders are very, very seductive. And the more you have less tension in your upper body, most of the shoulders, the more feminine and the more in love you're going to see. Meaning that you could be more flirtatious and sensual, okay? And that is how you do it, is releasing those tension or just let it go. And then more joy comes in, more fun. All right, forward, up, back, down, and forward, up, back, down, and forward, up, back, down, and forward, up, back, down. We're going to alternate. You ready? So let's go right shoulder forward and up, back, down. The moment that goes down, this one's going to go forward, okay? Forward, up, back, down, left, right, forward, up, back, down, left. So these are big circles. You can make them small, very subtle. So let's make small to big. So as you listen to the maximum rhythm, your doom will be on every circle. So let's start with the right. So you're going to go doom, left, left, right, left. Now big one. So you're going to do 2 dooms on the right. Ready? Now left. Big circle. And let the arm go for a ride. Now, big circle, but let's speed it up. Ready? So I'm really working on the upper. This is where we need to work more too. Gotta loosen up those muscles. All right, you ready? Now we're gonna go back to the lower part. And we're gonna focus on, again, doing the sagittal plane, which is your forward and back circle. So I need to add a pelvic movement where it's a pelvic lift and a drop. I'm going to start doing this circle, also known as like a Ferris wheel, sagittal circle. But for me, it looks like a Ferris wheel because you're going to go forward, up, down, and back like this, okay? So I want you to soften your knee when you're contracting the belly. And then be in the center again on your arch. You're going to contract the belly, but you'll notice when you're contracting the belly, like somebody hit you in the belly and you're protecting your organ, so your muscles are contracting. Okay, but you'll notice the knee is going to soften too. So if it's not, try to get the knees soft. Okay, so you're going to contract the belly slowly and see how my knees are kind of bending naturally. My back is getting flat. And then release. And as I release, I'm going to straighten the legs. I'm not locking the legs, I'm just straightening the legs. So contract and soften the knees. You can squeeze your glutes and release. Don't hold your breath for this. No special breathing, just breathe. So contract right here. Somebody, okay? And then release, straighten your legs. Contract and release. So here, as you're contracting the muscles, the knees are bent, and then you release. So this is where if you put your hand on your hip, you're going to feel that lift and drop. So you're going to contract, bend the knees, the glute squeezes a little bit, and then this is your kind of your lift. You're tilting the pelvic upward. And then you're going to release, and then you're back to neutral position. The pelvic is dropped back to its center. So you tilt. Squeeze your glutes if you want, and then release. Tilt and release. Contract 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 and release. Soften the knees when you contract, and then straighten the legs when you release. All right. Now, I'm going to go forward and back. So when you go forward, you're going to feel the weight going through your center, towards the ball of your feet, and then back on your arch towards the heel. So let's try this. So you're going to go. And when you're going forward, right here, I have no weight on the heel, okay? It's like a baby where you're walking on the ball of your feet, okay? All my weight is in front, okay? And that's why you can't stay on the ball of your feet, because eventually you might fall forward, you know, and that's what happens with babies. So you need to go back to the center, which is your arch. Okay, hold it here, and then slowly, if you want to, you can squeeze your glutes going forward. Legs stay straight. And now you're gonna bring yourself back to the center, on the top of your arch. And again, forward, back to center. Follow the doom, back to center. Now we're gonna go from the center towards the back. I'm gonna put the weight more on the heel, and you're gonna kind of hinge a little bit towards the back. And I want you to contract the belly when you're going back. So it's like a little contraction, just small, not big like when you were doing the tilt. So just a small contraction, push back. Okay, put the weight on the heels. You're kind of hinging, and then back to center, and back to center. Hinge, and bring it back to center. Okay, so again, you're using the hip joint and the muscles around it to kind of hinge. So you're not using the back, not at all. It's all from here. Now let's put this together. So we're gonna go back, center, front, center, back, center, front, center, back, center, front, center. Okay, now we're going to combine the tilt and the drop, okay, with the forward and back movement. This is also known in the belly dancing language, camel, okay? So, because it looks like you're riding a camel. All right, so we're gonna go forward. Now, when you're going forward, I want you to squeeze the glutes, because you soften the knees when you're going towards the back, but you're gonna go forward, hold it here. You're gonna contract, woo, contract the belly. You notice your knees gonna bend a little bit more. So then you're gonna go towards the back. And then when you're going to the back, you release the belly contraction. Legs are straightened a little bit. and then you repeat. You come back to the center, center, forward, tilt, hold that scoop, bring it back, and as you bring it back, you're gonna drop the scoop. And then back to center, going forward, tilt, scoop it, hold that scoop up, see my belly still contracted, and then release, boom, forward, contract, you can squeeze your glutes, and then go back, and let it go, release, forward, contract, and release, forward, contract, back, release, forward, tilt, bring it back, release, forward, tilt, bring it back, release. Now, when I visualize this, what I do is I scoop everything that I love and then I share it. Forward, scoop, release. Or it could be food that you digest. So if you ate a bunch of fruits, well, how do you release it? From the back, right? All right, that's a funny vision. Okay, now forward, bring it back, and release. Yum, release. And that's your forward camel. You can reverse this. So again, we're in a sagittal plane here. And we could reverse the circle. So instead of going forward like this, now we could go from back to front. So going from the back, you're gonna start going back, and then what you're gonna do is, like, as you're going forward, you're gonna scoop, contract, you're going forward, and then you're letting go to the front. So then you're gonna go back, you're gonna scoop, and you notice the knee is gonna bend. As you're going forward, you keep that contraction and then you release. Going back. As you're going to the center, this is when you're gonna start scooping, release, and forward, going back to the center, then back, starting to go back towards the center. This is when you scoop, forward, and release. Go all the way back, and then as you come back to the center, this is when you start to scoop and release. And you notice when I release, my knees are bent, but then I straighten when I slowly go back. In and release. Forward. Again, scoop up. I was going the other directions. Scoop up and release. Scoop up and release. Scoop up and release. So you're not going as far back. So, but my weight goes on the heel, and then from here I'm going to scoop up, and then I'm going to the center all the way to the front and release. And then scoop up and release. Scoop up and release. Scoop up and release. Scoop up. Now again, there's certain directions that your body's going to adapt easier. For me, the reverse circle of the camel was a little bit more challenging for me. The other one was more easier. So again, certain directions or certain movements might be more challenging, but again, it comes with practice. Now let's follow the doom. Release. Doom, tuck in and release on the doom. Doom, tuck in and release on the doom. Soften your knees, never lock the knees. So let's combine this together. We're gonna go forward camel and then reverse camel. We go forward, tilt, contract, release. Forward, tilt, going back, release. Forward, tilt, going back, release. We're gonna do one more. And release. Now reverse. Tilt, release. Going back. Tilt, contract, fold, release when you go forward. Contract and release. Contract and release. Contract and release. Keeping that nice sagittal circle. And again, if you have any tension, again, I don't want you to force the movement. Make it smaller. If you want to, you could just do the contraction and the release. You could just do the forward and back. Okay, and then eventually kind of combine this together. Play around with the direction of your movement. Okay, and check it off. Woo, relax. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the hip, walking one side first, and we're gonna do that same sagittal circle. So you have the lift and drop that we did in the pelvic tilt up and down. So you're gonna have the weight, and again, notice when I'm doing, when I'm putting the weight on one leg, I'm never locked in here. I have like, it's like I pretend I'm sitting on a high stool, okay? So, but my weight is all on my left foot. We're gonna start with the right, and then 10%, I do have weight on the ball of the foot. I keep the heel up, I don't bring it down like this, okay? And I'm still close, thighs are close together. And all I want you to do is focus on the lift, okay? Using the muscles, the obliques here, pulling the hip towards the ribcage and release. Drop, contract, and release. Notice this hip doesn't go outside. It stays underneath the ribcage. Again, my chest is lifted. Breathe in from your chest. And breathe out, but when you're breathing out, don't let it drop too much. Keep that nice and tall. You want to give space around here. When you're like this, you're giving too much pressure on the hips, okay? So elongate that spine nice and tall. Now lift and drop. And now we're gonna go, check it out. If you're getting too tired, we're gonna go forward and back. So you kind of do a little twist. You're going to go forward and back. Forward and back. Little twist, forward and back. Twist forward and back. Shake it out. Okay, now we're gonna combine this together. You ready? And you're gonna go from the drop, going forward, up, going back, and drop. Forward, up, back, drop. Forward, up, back, drop. Okay, so slide to the front, up, back, and then drop. So all the way down and scoop up and down. And we're gonna switch. Same thing. You got your lift and drop, lift. Notice my knee. I'm not extending the knees at all. This is a nice lift and drop, lift and drop, lift and drop. And again, when I'm dropping, I'm not going outside of my center, okay? I keep myself, the pelvic area underneath the rib cage. Lift and drop. Now a little twist to the front, so you just bring that hip, whoop, little front, and then twist back. Make it small. Embrace the movement, loving it. Good, now we're gonna go forward, now we're gonna go back. Okay, so we're gonna go forward, we're gonna go up, back, down. So you're switching the direction, forward, up, back, down. On the right side, you went forward, and now we're gonna go backward. Good, check it out, check it out, check it out, check it out. Let's go back to the shoulders, and now we're gonna kind of combine all of this. You ready? Forward, up, back, down. Now let's go right side. Let's go from the front towards the back. Front, up, back, down. Front, up, back, down. So again, making that sagittal circle, Ferris wheel circle. Good, and now from here, we're gonna go into a vertical circle. You're gonna go slide, drop, slide, up, slide, drop, slide, up. Now hold it here. Now we're gonna go forward circle. So it's back, up, front, down, back, up, front, down, back, up, front, down, back, up, front, down. Now into the vertical chest circle. Let's go. Slide to the right. Breathe and drop down. Release. And now switch over. Breathe. Go right down, left. And now shoulder roll again. Very small, subtle. Let's put this all together one more time. Back to the vertical circle. Let's go to the left this time. Forward. It's down, out. Slide. Down, out. Into the camel. So we're gonna go and focus on the right side. Okay, diagonal. So you can put your feet like this, like a sparrows. Okay, so, and this is gonna help you also to kind of push back and make the camel bigger. So you're gonna go forward. You can tuck your glutes in and squeeze and release. So you're going to bring the weight mostly on the back of your left heel. Forward scoop up, back, down. 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 If you want to get the breath more in this, what you can do is when you relax, this is when you breathe in, and then when you breathe out, you contract. Breathe in, breathe out. I find this really helps to kind of open up your lower back, stretches your lower back. And now we're going to go and do it reverse, but let's go to the left corner. Okay, so this time I'm going to start with the contraction. So you're going to contract and hold and then go forward. Again, this movement is a little bit more challenging, so don't go all the way to the front. You can just go halfway and then release and then going back. Okay, contract, breathe out, and breathe in when you release. Okay, now don't focus too much on the breath, just breathe normally. Contract and release. Shifting away from forward to back. Front and back. And again, if you're not comfortable, I want you to focus though. Do move, okay? Don't stop moving. This is all you want to do right now. That's good. Okay, you're moving. And whenever you're ready, you could add the tilt and the drop into your forward and back movement. And then go and follow that doom. Tilt when you contract, release when you're the doom, the second doom, you release. Doom, tack, tack, doom, tack, tack. Doom, tack, 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 doom, tack, tack, tack. Good. Let's do the last movement here. Okay, which would be our vertical, working the legs, up, switch the other way. Good. Now, these were a lot of movement in different ways of doing it. So what I want you to focus during the week is pick one of them that resonated with you and practice that and master that movement, okay? Maybe it was the shoulders. Maybe it was the hip loop, okay? I want you to just work on one and then add the rest, okay? So be easy on yourself, and you have a wonderful week.